What is the difference between the animal degree of awakening and the plant degree of awakening? The animal knows what all we know. It knows its food, its taste, its master, and the place it goes, and it can return to the house of its master, and it can recognize its master also. It knows everything except one thing. It knows all the pain we know. It knows all the pleasures we know. It sleeps as we sleep. It awakens as we awaken. It feels the thirst and appetite as we feel. It feels the sex as much as we feel. But only one thing is different. It does not know that it exists. That is the difference. We know that we exist. So when the animals are made to evolve into the human kingdom, the change takes place to know oneself. If you suggest to any animal that it exists, it does not understand. It understands everything except the existence of itself. It has also fear and the instinct of protection. Even then, it preserves its own little ones and it has a fear for life. All this is worked out only in an unconscious plane. The animal cannot accept that it exists. The human being can accept that he exists. This is one difference. Another difference that the human being has from the animal is that he knows all the other things happening in nature. Just as, whereas the animals know only certain things. For example, if there is your little dog in your room, and if you are studying medicine in the university, every day, morning and evening, the dog is looking at you. You are reading your textbooks and making your notes. It can see you and your book also, but it cannot understand what you are doing. You cannot make the dog understand that you are studying medicine. You cannot make it understand that you are studying at all. It can see only the picture of yourself with your book, doing some movements with the book. If you say, I am reading, it cannot understand. So this is one difference. There are certain things the human being knows and the animals do not know. Because nature has gifted the human being with a higher degree of knowledge. The more knowledge it gives, the more it wants to distribute its duties. It takes into consideration those beings that are recruited into the human kingdom to be given some responsibility. For the animals, it never gave any responsibility. Nature gave only some duties and no responsibilities. For example, the duty of reproduction is given to animals also and to the plants also to preserve the species. The same duty is given to the human being also, but the responsibility is not given to animals and plants. The responsibility when to multiply, when to mate, and the seasons of the male and female to meet are kept completely in nature's hands, so that a plant or an animal can never mate when it is not season. Because nature has not given its responsibilities to the plants or animals. But since it has given the higher wisdom and understanding to the human being, it gave the responsibilities also to the human being. It is left to the human choice to mate within season or out of season, and also to eat when it is hungry. An animal cannot eat when it is not hungry. The responsibility is not given to the animal. But a human being can eat even though he is not hungry. For example, when his friend's marriage is taking place, he can attend a dinner and eat once again for company and politeness. So, the human being is given the right to choose what to do and what not to do, when to do and when not to do. The independence is given to the human being because the human stage of evolution is a higher stage. But when we come to the human kingdom from the animal kingdom, into experience great independence of choice. The result is we begin to misuse our independence and misbehave with our food, drink and sex, and also with our work and rest and sleep. For example, when it is time to sleep, when we are getting sleep also, we stop our sleep to play the game of cards throughout the night, sometimes to read a book, or sometimes to talk to a friend who has come, who came to see us after 6 years. Take undue advantage of our independence, and the result is we live with pain and pleasure. We create our own complications on the physical, mental and the intellectual plane, on the biological, social and political planes, and we divide ourselves into groups, we differ from each other, we begin to fight, and we can create global wars also. This is the best example of our misuse of independence.